Hi friends, welcome to Srisai IT Hub. In this video of Core Java Programming, today we are going to discuss wrapper classes in Java program. So what are wrapper classes? What is the use of wrapper classes? And how to work with wrapper classes in a program. So let us start with, first of all, what are wrapper classes? So wrapper classes in Java. So wrapper classes, these are predefined classes in Java. Okay, so these are predefined classes in Java. Okay, and all these classes are available in java.lang package. So java.lang package is a default imported package. They are available in java.lang package. Okay, so what are wrapper classes? Okay, right, so what are wrapper classes? So wrapper classes means for every primitive data type in Java there is a class in Java. Okay, for every primitive data type in Java there is a class in Java which are known as wrapper classes. So the examples goes like this. So we have 8 primitive data types in Java: char, byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean. So for all these primitive data types we have corresponding classes. For char we have character class. Okay, so it is character class. Byte we have byte class only. Short class. Int integer class. Right, so for long we have long class. Float class. Double data type, double class. Boolean data type, boolean class. It means for every primitive data type there is a class in Java. So such classes are known as wrapper classes. So wrapper classes, all these classes are available in java.lang package. And we already know that java.lang package is by default imported to all the Java programs. Okay, so hence we can use this wrapper classes directly in our program without any import statement. So what is the use of wrapper classes? Okay, so use of wrapper classes. So these classes stores a single value of its corresponding data type as object. Okay, so these wrapper classes stores a single value of its corresponding data type as object. Means value is stored in the form of object, Java object. So that is what is the speciality of wrapper classes. So how to store that value as object in wrapper class? So let us try to understand this. Okay, so how to use wrapper classes? Okay, so to use wrapper classes we have two concepts. First one, boxing. So boxing means it is like storing the value or wrapping the value. Storing or wrapping the value in wrapper class object. Second one, unboxing. So unboxing means accessing the value from wrapper class object or unwrapping. Okay, unwrapping the value from wrapper class object. So for storing the value we have the concept of boxing, and for accessing the value we have the concept of unboxing. So these are the two concepts using which we can store a value in wrapper class object. We can access a value from wrapper class object. So let us try to understand what is this boxing and unboxing with an example. So first one, boxing. Okay, so let us directly take an example for our easy understanding. So I want to store integer value. So I have to create an object of integer class. Okay, so integer I. Generally we create the object using new operator followed by constructor. So for this constructor I'm passing 10 int value as parameter. So here value 10 is stored in object I. Okay, so value 10 is stored in object I. So I is an object of integer class. So this is called as boxing. So what is definition of boxing? Boxing means, okay, it is the process of storing primitive data type value in its corresponding wrapper class object using new operator. So here 10 is a primitive data type value. I'm storing this 10 value in integer class object by creating the object using new operator. So this is called as, okay, wrapping, storing, and technically it is known as boxing, right? Then what is unboxing? Okay, so let us try to understand what is unboxing. So first we'll directly see the example. So let us say that int sum. So sum is equals to I. So I contains, okay, integer value object. So the integer value object is 10. So how to get that value from the object? Okay, so to get the value from the object we have one special method, int value. So I is an integer object dot int value plus 10. So what is that we are doing here? Using int value method we are accessing, we are unboxing, we are unwrapping the value from integer class object. So 10 plus 10, the answer is 20. So 10 plus 10, so the answer is 20. So this is called as unboxing. So unboxing means, okay, right. So it is the process of accessing the value from wrapper class object and using it. So accessing the value from wrapper class object and using it. So how to access that value? So to access the value from wrapper class object, we have one special method in its corresponding class, xxx value method. Okay, so this xxx value method is available in all the corresponding wrapper classes. Okay, so corresponding wrapper classes, right? So some examples for xxx value methods goes like this. First one, char value. So it is used to accept a value from character class object. Second one, short value. It is used to accept a value from short class object. Similarly, byte value, int value, long value, okay, next float value, double value, and boolean value. So here in xxx value method, okay, comma, xxx represents its corresponding data type. Its corresponding data type like char, short, byte, int, long, float, double, and boolean. Okay, right. So let us see the description of wrapper classes and check whether these methods are available or not. Okay, so the 4 commands goes like this: 1 integer class, 2 float class, 3 boolean class, and 4 character class. So we'll take 1 integer, 1 float, 1 boolean, 1 character. So let us try to see the description of first integer class. Java p hyphen p java.lang.integer. Okay, right. So in integer class we should have int value method. So let us try to check for int value method. It's a very big class, right? If you see here, we have int value method whose return type is int. So it will get the integer value from integer class object. So similarly, float java.lang.float, right? So here we have float value method whose return type is float. So similarly, character, so we should have char value. Okay, right. So let us try to check char value method. So here we have char value method. It will access character value from the wrapper class object and returns that as char data type value. So similarly, boolean java.lang.boolean. So here we should have boolean value. It will access boolean value from boolean wrapper class object and returns that as boolean data type value. So similarly, we also have short value, byte value, long value, double value, etc. Okay, right. So this commands gives complete description of a class. Okay, so complete description means it shows data members and methods available in that particular class. So let us try to demonstrate this with a small program. Okay, so we'll take the program wrapper classes example 1. So program to use wrapper classes for storing data using boxing concept and accessing the data using unboxing concept. Right, so let us take a new page, put a comment. So class, okay, we'll take this as wrapper classes example 1. Okay, right. So under this we'll take public static void main string of args. So wrapper classes example 1. Let us try to save this in our working directory. So save it as wrapper classes example 1 dot java. Okay, right. So first we'll take 1 integer, 1 float, 1 boolean, 1 character. So initially we'll start with integer class only. So no need to import the package. Java.lang package is by default imported for every Java program. Okay, so we'll take integer ii is equals to new integer of 10. So how to access this value? System.out.println ii.int value data type value method. So it is xxx method. So where xxx stands for corresponding data type. So from ii integer object we are accessing the int value wrapper class object value. So let us save this, compile the program. So java c wrapper classes example1 dot java. Okay, and then run it. So we just got a small warning here. You can ignore that warning. So why is that we are getting that warning? We'll try to understand that in another concept, which is auto boxing, auto unboxing. Right, so the value from integer class object I is int value 10. Right, so similarly we can also take float. So float ff new float. We'll take it as something like 10.5 f. Finally we'll print it as ff dot float value. Okay, right, save it, recompile and run. So the answer is 10.5. Storing, boxing, accessing, unboxing. Okay, right, similarly we'll take one boolean value, boolean baby is equals to new boolean. So initially we'll take the value as true. Okay, how to access bb dot boolean value? Right, so simply compile and run this. So answer is true. Storing, boxing, accessing, unboxing. Next we'll take it as one character. So character cc is equals to new character class object. Okay, we'll pass the parameter to the constructor as something like a. For accessing cc dot char value. Okay, right, so let us recompile and rerun. So we just got a warning. So how to remove this warning we'll see in auto boxing, auto unboxing concept. Right, so we got it as a. So integer value 10, float value 10.5, boolean true, character object value a. So this is how we have to work with wrapper classes using the concept of boxing, storing or wrapping, and unboxing, accessing or unwrapping the value using its corresponding methods. Thank you for watching this video. Do like and share this video, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel Sri Sai IT Hub. Have a nice day.